Other M Issue 2. We start out seeing the Legion of Justice Dark Legion's HQ, with the text box saying that it's an HQ for people who devote their lives to protecting the Guardian's Law. Interesting. Is the Guardianship the villain here, or the Freedom Fighters? The text boxes explain that the white walls and gold represent the beauty of a flawless nation. Oh, so it's a fake utopia. It's impossible to tell that they're gold though, since it's all in white. We see a Knuckles statue, or Knuckles himself in the rain, and the text box say that the alternate Knuckles is not only the benefactor of millions of echidnas, but he is law. Oh, the next art's weird. Anyways, the alternate freedom fighters say that they're going to blow that HQ sky high. Are they extremists on purpose? How many people are going to be killed from this, and how's Sonic feeling about doing this? Bark explains that he's too big for the mission, so he only draw attention. I love that they thought about that. Bean says that he'd still need a 6th member, and predictably this is when Sonic shows up. Sonic is asked if he could handle a mission, happily agrees, and they're all stunned, and Bunny asks since when did he want to go on a mission voluntarily. So the alternate Sonic's a coward, despite having super speed? Well, I guess it would make sense that he would get used to using his super speed to run away like a coward since he can do it, and it'd be less immediately intuitive to use super speed to fight organic beings that he can't spin dash through. Rotor deadpans that whatever the Legion hit him with, he wished it happened sooner. Bean agrees, Antoine annoyingly protests, and they all put it to a vote in favor of Sonic, and the vote is overwhelmingly for Sonic despite the team's lack of faith in him. Only Antoine and Rotor aren't in agreement. Sonic is gutsy enough to pitch in, making the plan in a team he's not accepted on, saying that Bean and the others will get on a transport, and he'll get them there in no time. He's asked by Antoine if he even knows how to get there, and Sonic does know for some reason. Rotor says that they'll hear them coming, and Sonic says that he'll just stop outside the city limits, or in a less visited area. One of them says Cavern Canis, and Bean says that Sonic can take him there no problem, reasoning that the dingoes and their echidna hating will turn a blind eye to them. Bunny shows Sonic some more support, and Bean says that when they reach the HQ, they'll need to get to the nearest low guard area, namely the kitchen stockroom loading part, and they have to act today, because this is their delivery day. And Sonic's speed will get them there with plenty of time to set up. Antoine shows disbelief that they won't get caught, and the team glares at him before Bean continues that once there, they'll wait for the guards to open the loading door, and then they'll strike. I'm guessing this plan will go wrong because we're learning every detail about it before it happens. During their strike, the alternate Fiona will take care of the driver, and she and Rotor will get the supplies to the launch base for transfer to a mountain with a hard-to-pronounce name. Antoine and him will take care of the guards while Sonic and Bunny take the watch. I assume he means stand on guard and not take a literal watch. Then Bean says that Antoine, Bunny, and him will head inside, and while Antoine and Bunny will keep the cooks at bay, Bean will go into the cold storage area and place one of his bombs down. Sonic says that then he'll get everyone out of here quick. We got the Sonic's part of the plan, with him complaining about them taking their sweet time, and Sonic grabs the running Bunny and Antoine and runs with them as they're being chased by lasers, with Antoine again having no faith in him and assuming they'll kill them all even though he has super speed. Sonic runs out of the place so fast that it creates fire on the ground behind them. Well, he does have robot feet and not his Uncle Chuck shoes. Good thing that fire didn't hurt anyone, and that the incompetent Sonic didn't kill all of his friends by accident with that fire from just running. Bean is still in the building as Antoine says that one of the Legionnaires came in looking for his girlfriend. There's it looks like the sun got placed on the ground and a bunch of light beams showed up in the sky. But then Bunny says that they'll both be killed, so I guess Sonic ran off, and that's what that was trying to illustrate. Also, Antoine calls Bunny Cher, as in precious, which is the masculine form, so that's wrong. And also they're not dating. Bean is surrounded by some echidnas. Remington says that he wishes Bean had broken into a bakery so that he could make a caught in the cookie jar joke, which is charming dialogue, showing a relatable side to him. And then, something happens? And Bean escapes in the dark just like that. We see Sonic running back to Antoine and the crying Bunny carrying Bean under his arm, and Bean and Bunny hug in relief. Antoine says that he's very impressed, which is heartwarming. And Bean shakes Sonic's hand, saying that he owes him his life. Now I feel really sorry for the Sonic originally in this dimension because he's going to get a lot of trouble when he comes home and his friends expect way more of him. Bean reveals that he couldn't blow anything up for no reason because he couldn't call up enough magic to make even a firecracker. Or as he put it, he couldn't call up any magic to make even a firecracker. That was awkward dialogue. He should have said enough instead of any and put even before make. I love seeing it confirmed that his explosive generation is magic though. It makes sense. I don't understand why Bean had that problem though. That seems artificial. He shows shame apologizing for botching the mission, and Sonic tells him to make an explosive right now. All of the freedom fighters sympathetically tell him not to overdo it. First they hate him and now they're doing this. Sonic says that either Bean makes it or it'll take him back to make it. We see Bean awesomely summon and fire a bomb, and Sonic reaches into the fire and grabs the bomb, horribly burning himself. No, of course not. He's just fine somehow. I guess the fire is like Rapidash fire and can choose not to burn certain people. I guess Bean has that kind of power. Predictably, he uses his super speed to throw the bomb in the building and take off. Wait a minute, he murdered people doing that. Well, okay then. That was odd. So why did this have to be the Prime Sonic again? If this was the alternate dimension Sonic and not the Prime Sonic for the sake of giving us audience surrogate Newbie's outlook into the universe, then I'd have no problem with this because it's an alternate Sonic. But like these people have no reason to, like, they think they're doing the right thing. They're probably perfectly fine, good people. Bean says that they should go home before the Chaotix come to play, and Sonic lifts up his teammates and runs out of there. Then we see Remington waiting at a desk as some people enter his office, and SPO leaving from the ceiling, which briefly made me think that the Zone Cops' gravity was going on. And I guess that's Ray, but older in a business suit there. We also see Fang behind him trying to look cool as he faces to the side of the person he's probably the bodyguard of with his back to someone else. Not very effective for a bodyguard to do. An evil Vector asks someone named Deuce what the heck happened today on Knuckles' behalf. Deuce implies that the heroes didn't mean to tear up just one wall of the building. Remington says looking depressed that a brave legionnaire sacrificed himself by running outside, being an obvious hero there. So at least only one person was killed, but how's Sonic supposed to know that? Vector attacks him like a mob boss, and says that the Guardian will let the Chaotix kill him if he screws up again. Since Vector was a complete jerk to Julie Sue for so long, I don't mind seeing an alternate him as a villain. And combine that with him being a menacing animal like a crocodile, and it really fits. Although I'd say that having a crocodile be a hero in the first place was much more refreshing than this. So this issue is by Ian Flynn. Easily the most nagging problem to me was the art. The characters in it look terrible, but art's not too important. I was still very engaged in the story and the dialogue. It's intriguing that we see some moral complexity, where the Legion of Justice clearly thinks they're in the right, emphasizing being good multiple times, and it turns out Knuckles and his mob boss goons the Chaotix are in charge of it all. It's very fascinating. Knuckles started out as a villain to begin with, and he's more neutral than Sonic is, and more harsh. So it all makes sense that he'd be in this position and be gullible enough to think that he's in the right. And plus Vector is kind of a jerk, so I can see the Chaotix as a sort of villain team. I mean, it would be certainly more believable than the Freedom Fighters being evil. There's also some moral complexity in that, holy shit, the heroes try to blow people up, and it's not implied that the bombs of Bean are weaker, like the bomb Blaze made blow up in Treasure King Tango that didn't kill anyone with its explosion. I could understand the alternate Freedom Fighters doing this, I guess. They're extremists, maybe. But Sonic? The Prime Sonic? That was weird. It would have been fine if it was the alternate Sonic that he replaced, instead of having to be the Prime Sonic so we have a Newbie's outlook on the new universe who has to have things explained to him. I could understand Blaze making a bomb go off more than Sonic. At least Blaze is an aloof anti-hero with a temper. That was weird. I'm not angry at this, just confused. If Sonic's okay with killing villains, he should have done that to Robotnik. But points of being unique. And I love that the alternate Freedom Fighters, even Antoine, are already warming up to Sonic and respecting him. Now let's hope that the art isn't complete crap next issue. This art seems to take lanky limbs as a challenge.